Thank you for tuning in. I wanted to share with you why I think optical slave mode is important when you buy maybe your first speedlight or your first flash. But I'll get to that in a little while. As you know, if you've seen some of my videos, I'm a happy Nikon shooter, and I've been so for some time. And I have this Yongnuo YN685 transmitter in for Nikon here, and I have the receiver here built into the speedlight, the YN685. And I've been, as you can see, I can just test this. I've been very happy with this setup because it gives me TTL and it gives me high-speed synchronization, all the bells and whistles you can wish of, and all the comfort of TTL. I really love that. I got accustomed to it. So I really love the protocol going on here. It's a very cheap flash, and it delivers, I think, everything I can wish for a very, very compatible price. So when I moved to Sony, I bought this Sony A7R II half a year ago, I think, or so. I'm still shooting Nikon, but I would like to also have a flash system for my Sony. And obviously I couldn't use this. I've tried to move this trigger to the Sony, and it will it will fire, because the firing pin, I think, is exactly the same location. But it's completely manual, meaning that this one can trigger the flash, obviously, but there will be no protocol, no communication. It's simply just a dumb go and fire the flash, and then you have to set everything manually. So I decided, because I like the comfort of TTL, to invest in a new transmitter. Here's the transmitter from Godox, and the flash I also bought together with this one. They are both designed for Sony, TT685S for Sony, I guess it is. And this works also great, this combination here. I have been using it, and it's very similar, and it does everything that I could wish for. Then my plan was, when I was shooting Sony, I wanted to use the Yongnuo as a dumb slave. And what do I mean by a dumb slave? That is simply one that fires on top of the other, meaning that I will have to set this one up manually, but at least I can use it as a fill flash. And then my investment in the Yongnuo here would not be completely wasted. I could have this as my prime flash with TTL, and I could use this as a fill flash. That plan went belly up very, very quickly, because I learned, and this was a surprise to me, and I hope this is actually my point with this video if you don't know this, but this Yongnuo, which is otherwise a very fine flash, does not have optical slave mode. So my plan went belly up, and that basically means that I have, when I'm shooting Sony, I have no use for this Yongnuo, because I basically can't really communicate with it as long as I'm using the Sony system here. So that was a bit of a bummer. But just to show you what optical slave mode is, when you fire the flash here, now I will fire the Yongnuo. You can see the link went on, and you can hear the sound from the flash recycling. When I do that, you can see that nothing happens on the Yongnuo side. But if I turn the Yongnuo just 90 degrees here, so that this area here becomes, you can say, in visual contact with the flash from the Yongnuo, listen to what then happens. You can hear this one has a different sound. So if I turn this one again, you can hear that the sound from the you can maybe also see it on the video, but the sound from the Godox suddenly comes on top of the sound from the Yongnuo. So that works very well. This one has a built-in optical slave feature, so that I can actually now, this was actually contrary to my plan, I can actually now have the Godox to be the optical slave when I'm shooting Nikon, but I cannot do it the other way around. And that's actually a pity, but that was my plan A. So be aware when you order your next flash, make sure, if you want to use it as a dumb flash, should you later choose to shift from one camera type to another, make sure that it has optical slave mode. It's a really fundamental feature, but I think also a very good one that will enable you to use your dumb flashes. At least you will be able to use them in a very basic setup going forward. That's it from me. Thank you for watching. As always, happy shooting. Take care. Bye-bye.